respects.
Commissioners Court of Brazos County will meet regular session on October the 10th, 10 a.m. Commissioners Court room in the County Administration Building, 200 South Texas Avenue, Suite 106. First item on the agenda is invocation, pledge of allegiance to the U.S. and Texas flag and all equals. Father, I want to thank you this morning for your love and your mercy. I want to thank you, Father, for the blessings that that you bestowed upon us by living in the country we live in. Father, I want to ask that you'll oversee what's going on in the Middle East, around Israel and all those issues they're having over there. Father, take care of that part of the world. Thank you, Father, for the rain that you sent, and I ask that you would send more. I ask that you'll be with our first responders and law enforcement and keep them safe as they do their jobs. I ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Second item on the agenda is call for citizens' input and/or concerns, and we didn't have anybody fill out any paperwork. So the next item is presentation and discussions. The Brazos County current Chapter 381 compliance report. Katie Connor.
I have paper copies if y'all want them, except that they didn't print so good. So they're better up here. We have currently a challenge was thrown out last week for a report, so I'm meeting that challenge. We have two 381s that are not being monitored by the Brazos County Economic Development Corporation. Both of them do not include any job qualification requirements or payroll requirements. The first one is Adam Corporation. I've put a summary up there. It's we're 2 years into a 12-year agreement. Well, excuse me, previous 5 years while they were doing the infrastructure. And then 2 years ago, we started making payments. We have paid $570,264 to date on that. They're in compliance, and their incremental value is well over the $5 million that was required. It's basically the Oakmont subdivision, and they did the infrastructure going out University. And then the second one is OCG. Keep going. There's the test. One more. Oh, thank you. Oh, there we go. OCG. Another real property. Again, no jobs or payroll requirements. Some of their commitment involves pursuing new industrial and commercial tenants. It's written such that it would be very difficult to quantify exactly what that means, but I'm assuming they are pursuing. And we have paid out $177,657,000 in basically incentives back to them for their taxes. Any questions?
When you say paid those, is that a rebate of property tax?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
So
we
just to
go through the
clarify.
whole, yeah, it gets.
Both of those. It's
Yes.
a rebate of property taxes they paid in as part of the economic incentive agreement.
Yes,
Right.
and generally, let's say the base value, the land, undeveloped, et cetera, was worth $1 million. And then now that they have developed it, it's worth $2 million. So it's the taxes on the incremental value, which is $1 million, just examples.
As a refund.
Yes, and they have to actually pay the taxes too.
Right.
I'll go look at receipts.
Just clarifying.
Any other questions?
Don't hear you. Thanks,
Katie.
Katie. So we'll consider and take action on agenda items 4 through 19. Number 4 is approval of amendment number 2 to Brazos County Commissioner Court procedure, conduct, and decorum.
Move
Counselor.
approval. Second.
Motion made and seconded. Counselor.
I don't know if there are any questions. I'm just going to run you briefly through what the changes were that have been created by the County Commissioners Court staff. The first one was that requests to speak have to be submitted at least 5 minutes prior to the meeting. We were getting them after the meeting had already started. There's no way to organize them and get them to the person that's running the meeting in time, so that was added. We have limited public comment to 3 minutes instead of 4 minutes, because that's generally what we've seen people actually use. Proper courtroom attire, we haven't clearly defined that in the past, so it's more clearly defined, and it brings us consistent with what is done at the courthouse for courtroom attire, essentially business casual. You don't have to wear a suit and tie and anything fancy, but business casual. Media equipment is not going to be allowed on the bench or on the podium itself. The interviews, we're asking they be conducted outside of the courtroom, And we need to make it clear to the public and to the media that when we adjourn for like an executive session, we're still in our meeting, and that that's not the appropriate time to rush you and try to get interviews and answers to questions, that needs to wait until after the meeting actually is on. Our original rules were written in 2009. The Commissioners Court amended them in 2016, but the only amendment was the 4-minute limit at that time. So this is the first significant revision since 2009.
I think these are very comprehensive and very logical, so thank you for doing it.
I think you actually need to thank Cheryl and Aubrey for putting in the hard work on this one.
And I believe, probably starting next week, we will eliminate the public input at the end of the meeting. We're certainly are going to keep the public hearing, or public input at the first.
Yes, sir.
And that allows the public the opportunity to come in and speak. And I believe that that's when the public can speak, and they can speak to any item on the agenda or anything else that they would care to speak to.
Yes, sir.
But they wouldn't be speaking when the item comes up. That's not the portion for the public to speak. It's during the public input.
And just so you know, Barbara's already reached out to the media and make sure that they're all aware of what the adjustments are going to be.
Okay. Thanks, Bruce.
Yep. Thank
got
you,
a motion?
Cheryl and Aubrey.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 5 is Resolution 23-021, designating county judge as the authorized official to apply for, accept, decline, and modify or cancel grant applications for the Indigent Defense Formula Grant Program, designating county auditor as the financial officer for that grant.
Move approval.
Second?
Motion made, seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 6 is approval of termination of contract for professional service with Lucas Compton LLC.
Move approval.
Second?
Motion made, seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 7 is approval of Texas Association of Counties Health Employee Benefit Pool, HEBP, renewal plan for 2024.
Move approval.
Second?
Motion made, seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 8 is request permission to expend $1 million budgeted in fiscal year 2023-24 for other post-employment benefits. The funds will be transferred to the OPEB trust managed by the Public Financial Management to be invested principal earnings to the benefit of Brazos County retiree health insurance.
Move approval.
Second?
Motion made, seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 9 is approval of the following community support contacts for FY 2024.
Move approval A through E.
I would like to abstain from item A. If we could amend the move for approval B
Yeah.
through E.
Yes.
Second?
Okay, the motion is to approve B through E. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. And now, if I'll get a motion in a second.
Move approval for A.
Second?
Motion made and seconded to approve A.
I'll be
all in-
abstaining.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
None opposed and 1 abstention. Y'all got that? Okay. Number 10 is award RFP 23-607 Macy Road Construction, recommended awards Knife River Corp. South.
Move approval.
Second?
Motion made, seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 11 is award RFP 24-001 County Depository, recommended award is Truist Bank.
Move approval.
Second?
Motion made, seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 12 is approval of contract 24-063 with LexisNexis for Public Defender's Office with the addendum to revised terms and conditions.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 13 is approval of final plat of Prairie Ridge Estates, Phase 2, 30.37 acres, George W. Singleton League Survey, Abstract 51, City of Bryan, ETJ, Brazos County, Texas, sites located in Precinct 2.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 14 is consider and take action on Brazos Wi-Fi utility permit to install one crossing 3,200 foot of longitudinal line within the right-of-way and on Wilcox Lane, FM 2776 to Hunter's Crossing, sites located in Precinct 2.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 15 is budget amendments, FY 22/23 budget amendments 51.01 through 51.07, and budget and FY 23/24 budget amendments 2.01 through 2.04.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 16 is personnel change status.
Move approval A and B.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 17 is payment of claims. Claim to be paid by Brazos County. Claim number 8125055 through claim number 8125184 and claim number 9008694 through claim number 9008749.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. We will skip down to number 20 is acknowledgement of FY 2023-24 budget to actual by fund as of October 4, 2023, and an acknowledgement of FY 23-24 contingency budget to actuals by fund as of October 4, 2023. And number 21 is juvenile director's report on inmate or detention population.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. We have 24 juveniles in detention, 20 males, 4 females, and we have 29 on electronic monitor.
Thank you.
Good one.
22 is sheriff's report on inmate population. Sure.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners, 737 today, 622 men, 115 women, 50 on electronic monitoring.
Good. Thank you, Sheriff. Number 23 is announcement of interest items and possible future agenda topics.
Judge, I was at the unveiling of the sign for Chris Kurt's administration building at the sheriff's office yesterday. It was really nice, and it was good turnout and perfect weather, and it was nice to see that sign with Sheriff Kirk's name on it.
I just want to offer congratulations to Sheriff Kirk, too.
Yeah.
I know he's a modest guy, doesn't really like a lot of praise, so the irony isn't lost on that. But congratulations to him and the fine work he did for Brazos County as sheriff for so many years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And I guess one last time we'll call for citizens' input and our concerns, but nobody turned in a form. So we will move back up and convene an executive session pursuant to the following. Texas Government Code 551.072 to deliberate the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property, and then B, Texas Government Code 551.0725 to deliberate business and financial issues related to a contract being negotiated. And Counselor, I think you.
And Judge, I have submitted a signed letter with my opinion that, as to item B, that negotiating in open court would be detrimental to the ability of the county to negotiate, and ask that you approve going into executive session on that issue by a unanimous vote.
Okay, so I'll need a motion and a second.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded, and all in favor, raise your right hand. It's unanimous, and so it passes. So we.
Sorry to be late joining y'all.
Okay, thank you for being here. We will go into executive session, and it's 10:18.
Announced to you would like in the meeting.
Oh, yeah, sure. Of course, Commissioners Court and Cheryl, budget, attorneys,
Rena?
yeah, but, yeah. And,
Ed.
let's see, I believe we need, Charles and Trevor. And that's all I think that needs to be there. Okay, we're coming back out of executive session. It's 10:56. There's no action to be taken. Next item is to adjourn. Thank y'all.